All right, I greet you in love and in peace and in understanding, and I acknowledge the divinity in you. You are divine. Celebrate. That's still the path. We're in the path of enlightenment. So all of the wrongs that were being done to people for a long time and stuff like that, they're getting ready to be corrected. The earth is groaning. The earth is crying out. The earth is changing. You're changing. People are changing. Everything around you is changing. There's a lot of stuff going on. So, and even with the political climate, the religious climate, all of those things are starting to change, and things are starting to be exposed for what they truly are. So while we're going through this, celebrate everybody, keep your vibration high. And I'm telling you, it works. And I would like to, everybody that's having problems psychologically and all that kind of stuff, what you need is meditation. And you need also, along with meditation, you need friendship and companionship and stuff like that. And I'm not saying in the sense of a relationship, like you have to be in a relationship or anything like that. What I'm talking about is just general. Speak to people, have conversations with people. The conversations that we're not having are the conversations that will save us and make our sojourn on this planet a lot easier if we just communicate and talk to each other. And I gotta say that that this has inspired a lot, in my meditation and everything, because it's inspired a lot by some things that my wife said to me, and about communication, and so I understand, and I think that the universe sent her at me because of the things that she said. So then I of course, everything I went and I meditated on it, and a lot of the problems that we're having are because we're not communicating, and because we're not. And I'm not speaking of my marriage. I'm just saying in general, right? What we're talking about is a lot of the things that are going on, just like like off the top of my head, and I'm not trying to be political with this, but like so in fact, I'm not even gonna go there. But this is the thing: the communication, or the lack of communication, the divide and conquer, is the pretty much how the for lack of a better terminology, the new world order, or whatever you call it, that's how they take over. Because remember, saying is sowing, and the words you speak, the words that you write, the things that you say, the way you say it, the language that you say it in, all of those things are things that move the universe, right? So if the universe is moved by words, and the universe is moved by writing, and the universe is moved by action or whatever, and we know this is to be true, and we know that that there's a law of attraction, that and I'm not talking about all that commercial stuff and all that stuff. That's not what I'm talking about. But when you vibrate, when you vibrate at a higher frequency, people will be attracted to you. And I'm not just talking, and I'm not talking about sexual attraction or physical. I'm talking about, this is a legitimate spiritual attraction. Your spirit and their spirit, once again, it's like the concept of kindred spirits. It's a kindred spirit thing. So like spirits will gather together. You can give an example, like a football game. Like everybody there is rooting, And in fact, in that stadium, because maybe there's one team and there's two teams, and so one has one spirit and the other has a different spirit, but the two different spirits, the ones that are rooting for one side, they all had the same spirit, and the ones rooting for the other side, they all got the same spirit, so they're kindred. And that's all it is. But if you don't talk to anybody, if you don't acknowledge them, and you don't say, that's why when I came on, I said, I see your divinity. I acknowledge your divinity. See, when you look at another human being, if you look at them as a human being, then you won't treat them bad. If you look at them as being divine, if you look at, and what I'm getting to really is saying, if you look at them as God and look at yourself as God, the Greek and Roman terminology of God, because there are many different spirits. So that's why I say, like every time people ask me and they go, I say, well, Jesus exists. He's a spirit. They created him. And so yeah, does he exist? Yeah. So stop, that's why I say honor all altars, because you don't know what exists in somebody's spirit. Honor all altars, because you don't know what a person's religion is, and that's what the founding fathers of the United States of America, that's what they were actually thinking about, whether y'all realize it or not. So religious freedom is very important, because how can somebody tell you or make you what? And they have in history, throughout the history of the world, they tried to make people believe certain things that if it's not in their spirit, they're not gonna believe it. They're walking around mad. And then some people, because of their weak constitution, because of the way they're made up, their build, they're not going to ever try to fight against somebody telling them something that's not true. Especially when it's been established for hundreds of years, thousands, as a matter of fact, now. But if you go back and you read history and you understand history, then you'll realize that a lot of the things were because of either worldly things or materialistic things or egotistical things. All of those things, and that's why I keep saying about those negative confessions, because you have the propensity to be able to pretty much go wherever you want to. So you have to have some type of restraint even in your spirituality. Like, because when you get deep into meditation and deep into the communication with self, since we're talking about communication, that's all meditation is communicating with yourself. What's wrong with that? And people, you got people in other religions walking around talking about that's evil. Okay, well, if it's evil, then don't do it. But since I started doing it, I feel like 100 million times better. I mean, it's uncanny. And it's also uncanny, because I started noticing, I was like, man, it's like, because people always bother me because I laugh and I smile all the time. Now they bothering the vice president for the same reason, because she laughs. But it's like, that's got, you got to be full of joy. That's got to be part of your spirit. That's got to be part of it. If you're not full of joy, and if you're not happy, and if you're not vibrating high, that is an example of just high vibrational behavior. And that's what we all need to aspire to, that high vibrational behavior. And then the other thing is the things that we have to start speaking up against, the things that we really don't believe in, what we think that people are trying to do to us in order to persecute us from being able to practice and celebrate our spirituality and what we do, you know. So yeah, does Jesus exist? Yeah. So I don't go around bashing, you know, I'm not a, you know, maybe some people I might be a Jesus basher, you know, when I'm talking to somebody, you know, that's close to me or something like that. But I would never look at somebody and be like, you know, you know, I used to, don't get me wrong. But I have evolved to understand that that's a spirit. And it's just a spirit that has a lot of kindred spirits attached to it. And that's what most religions are, because that's what makes your soul feel good. So there's nothing wrong with doing something that makes your soul feel good. The problem that I have with it is that it's not for everybody. So you can't say that's the only thing that'll make you spiritually well. Can't. In fact, no religion can. But it just seems that sometimes people that do believe in Jesus seem to be, you know, they just seem to be very judgmental and negative about a lot of things, and that's not good. Like judgment and all of that's not good vibration. That's not good vibration. And we have to start being cognizant. We have to be cognizant of our vibration, because we're not, because the world around us is trying to once again push us down into our lower chakras. They don't want you to be here, you know, in your crown chakra. They don't want you up there. Because when you get up there, you're enlightened, and then they can't tell you what to do, because there's, you know, how can somebody tell a God what to do? I know. And I'm telling you. And that's why there's so many different things. Like I said, there's all these little microcosms of and all these little pockets, and all, like I always explain it. Once again, it's like if you're driving down the highway, there's stuff going on in every car that's on that highway, and it's not necessarily what's going on in your existence right now, right? And then sometimes we're all involved. Once again, like the football game, we're all there, and our existence is cohesive, right? But then sometimes it's like everybody's off doing whatever. And there's 9 billion people doing, like, there's 9 billion people doing spirits. Then you got all the other, and then they believe spirits, and you got you see what I'm saying? So you have to, and once again, that's why you have to give respect. Because, okay, I may not believe, you know, and I don't want to name any specific religion because that's not what this is about. I just want to say, but I may not believe, like hypothetically, I may not believe like in Buddhism. Like I may not be a Buddhist, but I would never disrespect what they believe. I may not be a Hindu, but I'm not going to disrespect what they believe, because to them, that's real to them. It exists to them. Because why? Because they believe it. And you know, the only beliefs that I believe and spiritually that are wrong are beliefs that harm other people, which is true of our ancestors, is true in ancient Alkebulan because they respected and loved, and almost every religion, everyone talks about peace. So that's what, and so I always say, I greet you in peace. You know, because I know that spiritually you might not, your whole thing may be different from mine, and I would even tell people what I do, what my ritual life is or anything like that. Why? Because it ain't none of your damn business. You see what I'm saying? If I do or don't, whatever. But as long as I'm not harming anybody, and as long as I'm peaceful, and as long as I'm introspective, why should that matter to you? As long as I'm meditating and praying. I mean, I have like people literally, say like very hateful, mean things, and it's just like, okay, but you expect, so you mean to tell me that but you want people to love, follow you, respect you, blah 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 blah. The list goes on, whatever attributes or whatever you have. But when you roll up on somebody, and that's another thing. The culture is not. I listen to stuff because I run Capri, the network, and so I listen to a lot of stuff, right? A lot, and I'm just saying it's like we got to start understanding that when we're doing all this, like hating, like these are the things we talk about: hating, battles. Everything is based on controversy, and nothing is based on harmony. Like nothing. Everything is always, even this whole thing, the whole Drake Kendrick Lamar thing. See, I know about it. I'm an old guy, but I got, I guess I got children or whatever, and I got a son that loves music. So. But I'm just saying, everything is based on my haters and hate this and hate that, and and who gonna check me, boo, and all of those, all of that's art, but that's not. Even though it may be. I can't even. I was gonna say fun, but I don't even think that's fun. But what I'm saying is that we're creating a culture of negativity, which is low vibrational. Because the words, the spells, they mean what they mean. And if you keep on, just like everybody, like this just jumped in my, but the whole generational curse thing, it's like, how you gonna break a generational curse that you embrace? You can't break a curse that you embrace. If you accept it, you accept it. That's like a big buzzword in the black community, like breaking generational curses and all this kind of stuff. Look, and I can't even say what I really want to say, but you cannot break a curse that you embrace. So, and everybody was talking about the Lionsgate and all of that stuff. And, I'm gonna manifest. I'm gonna go through the portal and I'm gonna manifest all of this and stuff and like that. But the problem is that whatever negative energy you brought into the portal, through the gate, right? Is also going to multiply. So once again, back to be careful what you wish for. Wherever you see, and it once again is balance. Once again, is balance. If you are out of balance, and you are more into negative energy and negative, see that, and that's why it's dangerous to tell people about this stuff when they don't have no basic spiritual foundation. Because the spirit is, look, even the Bible says what? Worship is spirit and in truth. Spirit. The only real, so, and it's not everybody's spirit outside of you or some spirit outside of you. It is the spirit within you. The kingdom of heaven is within. So you know, that's our broken clock moment. You see what I'm trying to tell you? It's like, look, y'all, you gotta vibrate higher. If you went through that Lionsgate portal and you were in a low vibrational state, guess what? And I know everything was trying, and me personally, I know everything was trying, has been trying, right? To get me and bring me down. So I was like doing everything I could, and it was stuff that, and I knew that it was the spirit, because what? Because everything that was happening was completely out of my control. And so people talk about, that's why I tell people all the time, like, yeah, I'm just praying to increase my faith. It's like, don't do that. If you don't understand spirituality, do not. That's why people get it. That's why people are like in dire circumstances, because they don't know the basis. And church, unfortunately, and a lot of other, they don't teach you how to live as a human being, as a spirit inside of this physical body. Because some of these things, they're just 100%, they're just 100%. Like, you got to know this stuff before you what's the downfall of praying for faith? Because the universe is going to test that if you ask for it. Undoubtedly. Because what? Once again, law of attraction. If that's what you're vibrating, if that's what you want, right? If that's what you want, so everybody doesn't realize. So you're going to get balance. You're going to get whatever it is that you ask for. You're gonna get the positive, but guess what? You're gonna get the negative too. There's always something, we go, and that's how life is. So whatever you're trying to manifest, whatever it is that you want, just speak it and write it, and then just live it. See, that's the thing. It's like we're caught up. We got all of these restraints. Even me. I'm not trying to act like, like I'm immune from this. However, that's how we get caught up. That's how we get caught up in the matrix. We get caught up in the matrix because of the fact that they're trying to make us low vibrational. That's what's happening. They are trying to make us low vibration. And when you come out of that vibration, when you come out of those lower vibrations and you start to come up through your other vibrations, through your chakras, and then you start radiating that light. That's why I keep telling, once again, here we go with another, but be light, be energy, be positive energy. You know, see that all that stuff they put out there, the hating and all that stuff, that's to make you negative. That's to keep you from celebrating people, from being joyous with people, from when we are having fun and that's when we are joined together. Just like even with music, like I've been a DJ, VJ, blah 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 all my life pretty much. And the thing about music is that it and like they say like music soothes the savage beast or whatever, because it's a vibrational language. And by listening to the instruments and the notes and all of that, it actually makes us vibrate in a different way. And songs that everybody like are spirits kindred. That's why you have, hit records or whatever. It's not rocket science. It's just the fact that it's a vibration, and then the words and then everybody feels empathy or emotion because of the words, or empathy and emotion because of the music, or whatever it is. And so our spirits are combined. Not literally, but then but we all feeling it. So that's why Spirit kept telling me, it's like, well, if you're gonna tell them this, tell them to celebrate, tell them to be happy, to be joyous, to vibrate high. Because when you do that, like, then the other stuff that's not at your level it's not even gonna be attracted to you. And if you're moving in your path, nothing is going to be able to catch you. And then be patient and don't compare your path or your journey with anybody else's, because it's yours. And everybody's is theirs. Right now we got 9 billion people on this planet. 9 billion people feel just like you do. They want something. Some people are hungry. Some people want, shelter. Some people want love. Some people want, everybody's looking for something, or everybody's trying to manifest something. And once again, I go back to what I said. Everybody is manipulating the spiritual in order to manifest something in the physical. And that's everybody. I can actually say everybody. Every religion, every spiritual group, no matter what your belief is, what you're doing is everything that you do that's a ritual, it is to attract positive spirit towards you so that you can manifest something in the physical plane. Everybody. We're all manipulating things. That's why come the acronym for God: generator, operator, destroyer. That's basically what we do. We generate, create, We operate it. I created this, and let me, and then what do? Or what does the world do, or whatever? Eventually, it's destroyed. Right? And then we have master, able, and noble. So we got, so that's our existence. We're spirit and we're human. Anyway, I'm probably done now. That's a sign that I'm done. Right? It's like, okay. Anyway, I love y'all. I love y'all, and I love me. But love yourself. Look in the mirror. Tell yourself you love yourself. Tell yourself you forgive yourself, and keep it rocking. All right. All right. All right. I love you. Celebrate everything. Congratulate people. Be happy for people. Why? Because if you're doing all that for other people, the energy is going to come back. Trust and believe. All right. All right. Love you. See you next time.